Good evening. Today I'm going to be talking about the book Strengthening Your Grip by Charles Swindoll that I got from the library. My book report is about this book that I read over quarantine, and I'm going to give you the information. So the main thesis of this book is that the author is trying to provide a guide, sort of a guide to life that they can pull things from and learn how to strengthen a grip on things, as the author states, or the title states. The author gives advice for different areas in our life that helps us grow deeper in our walk with God. For example, like with our money and our finances, our attitudes, our purity, our prayer, our family, our life and missions, our life, like our discipleship, our aging. These are all of the different areas that he talks about in the different chapters. The two things that I gained from reading this book, which really helped me over this quarantine, was over prayer and family. I wrote some notes down, so I have to get to those notes. Okay, so over prayer and family, the prayer that they talk about in the Bible had different rituals, and it wasn't very spontaneous, whereas the author of this book says that we should be more spontaneous with our prayer and use less verbiage with our prayer, like words that are repeated, and we should not repeat phrases or different words. We should just be true and meaningful in our prayer, and not have pride not have pride, but rather be humble and be humble in expressions and things like that. There are also how our prayer can be effective is to not be, we shouldn't be hypocritical. We should be true. We should be, with what we speak, we should live. With what we ask for God, we should walk daily. Prayer is to be done in private. It's not a public demonstration. But yes, we pray in church, and yes, we pray with people, but it's not to be a show. It's to be it's a private talk with God. We are to talk to him personally as if we're close friends. We talked about this in our lectures with you, as we are to be it should be done in private, not as a public demonstration. We're not to repeat things. As I said earlier, we're not to repeat things. Our prayer isn't about pleading or begging God for him to do something. God knows what we need, and he's going to grant us what he thinks we need. And like I wrote these notes down from the book, and it says to guard against meaningless verbiage, meaning to use not such big words that we don't understand, but just to be plain and simple with God and just be one-on-one with him, and not to harbor against another. In prayer, we're focused fully on God. Prayer changes nothing. Prayer changes nothing, but prayer changes me. And I can change the world, basically. Prayer doesn't change the fact that someone's ill. Prayer doesn't change the fact that someone's injured. Prayer changes me and my attitude towards that sickness, and God heals that sickness. And the other thing that I gained from this book was family, and how we live in such a broken world, and our families are broken, and how he was stated four different stages of our family, where it's the early years, and then and then stage 2 would be the raising a family, and with children. The phase 1 is the starting the family with being married to a man and a wife, and stage 3 is releasing the children, and after they're trained and disciplined and have humility, you train the children up so that they can go out into the world and prosper. And the stage 4 would be where it's just you and your wife, and you're just a family again, And that family, that marriage has to be built on God for the rest of the stages to work. So yeah, in summary, the book helps you strengthen your grip on different aspects of life. And it really helped me strengthen my grip on different aspects of my life in my walk with God.